So allows picking packages from a given point to another, assuming, say, it's medication. It's the very first of its kind. It's the very first prototype we've come up with, but we're looking at the next version, which will be more improved. I love the robotics bit of the technology in particular, because when you are, say, designing this robotic arm, you get to really appreciate your structure, because moving an arm, it's something obvious to us, but when you try to make the same movements in a machine, it's something different. You realize it's way too complex. So it allows, that appreciation of what God has created. It's also a tool to empower. I love it when I do stuff that allows someone to do what they couldn't achieve, like by themselves. And that comes in when I design, say, small robots that students can use, can program to learn more math, to learn more physics in the concepts embedded in those designs. Some of the parts that we use, we get them from local materials, local places, things like broken printers. We salvage them. On top of that, I get electronics from still the dead printers, and then I pull out the different components, use them in a given way, following my schematics, and then come up with an intelligent system that can be programmed.
This is actually what we need, because when you look at the way we get in contact with our clients, sometimes you don't have gloves, so this will help us to at least be some distance far away from our clients.
And then closes and goes to where next. A set of instructions that you think out, and then organize them in the package in there, goes picks another, and then puts that in this side. Maybe holds, there's this small one here which does the twisting. I came up with an innovation basically to help the health workers to do the testing when they are not at the scene. So and then the information is received remotely on a computer. And also the samples they keep collecting from the patients, and also the medicine they keep supplying the patients. I looked at a device or a system that could help in creating that bridging that gap, getting the medication from the doctors to the patients and doing the monitoring. I want to see it out there in the communities, but also to see other technologies growing up.
This allows us to reduce on the costs, because when we are shipping them in, if we are to ship in the robots, then the robotics technology, the STEM education becomes so expensive, which leads it to be something for the rich, a plaything for the rich. Yet we want robotics to be for all students, irrespective of their financial statuses, irrespective of their regions. So we want it to be for every student. And in designing them locally, it gives both the instructors as well as the students the power to really understand the fundamentals in designing. And that means at the end of the program, a student can even go in their backyard and they use the skills they acquired with the locally available tools, and transfer that knowledge to something, to solve something in the community. So these workers, to us as the instructors, will look at them more as tools. So this is a tool that allows us to get the physics, the math, the biology that is taught theoretically to students into the practical bit. So we get to really dig deeper in these science fields. The math, they do it in the programming, and they don't even realize that this is the math that is being playing them in the theory. The physics, they are doing each and everything practically. They are dealing with the electronic components themselves that they say they are taught theoretically in physics. The biology, they're looking at all these movements, how the structure is going to move, combining the biology and the physics. And given the sensors they mount on, they can look at the chemistry behind them, if given on what they want their robot to be able to detect or respond to, all that. So these are some of the tools, and we are building them locally to give them the power, to give them the impression, that mindset, to affect their mindset positively, that they can sit in their backyards and also design something that can be at a competitive level as someone in a more privileged country. Yes, thank you.